In this present time, Barnabas Collins and Julia Hoffman have returned to Collinwood after a terrifying experience in the year 1995. There, they learned that a disaster occurred at Collinwood in the year 1970. But since their return, there has been no indication of an impending catastrophe. Unknown to them, however, strange things have begun to happen to the two children in the house. On this night, in an attempt to find out what these things mean, the two children have decided to hold a seance in a strange playroom.
The important thing is not to break contact. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. We seek the spirits who know about this room. The spirits who will tell us what we want to know. They're questions that must be answered. If you're here, please give us a sign. If you're here, give us a sign. Why are you so disturbed? What is it you want from us? Give us a sign. Please give us a sign. Let us live. Let us live. Let us live.
David, that voice we just heard, it was your voice. But your lips weren't moving. How can that be possible? David. David, speak to me. Tell me why you're staring at me like that. David, speak to me. David, please. David, what happened? David, can you hear me?
You're being very religious about reading that horoscope every day.
I still don't know who's right about the future, Barnabas or Sebastian.
I thought you were convinced that Sebastian was.
He has been up to now. The horoscope has been amazingly accurate.
What does he say about today?
But it will pass without incident.
Well, that's accurate. It's been a thoroughly boring day.
But he says to be wary of tensions and crises during the night.
What do you suppose that means?
I haven't any idea. I haven't felt any tensions, and it's been a quiet evening, and if there is a crisis somewhere, I don't know anything about it.
Well, obviously Sebastian has made a mistake.
He said that might happen. And not to be upset if everything didn't go exactly as the horoscope predicted.
Maybe I should call him and have my horoscope done.
No, I don't think you should do that.
Why not?
You know perfectly well why not.
Mother, if you can have your horoscope done...
Carolyn, you've never been interested in horoscopes and astrology, and you're not now.
Well, neither have you been until now.
I went to see Sebastian because I was terribly upset by what Barnabas said. I sincerely wanted my horoscope done. Your reasons for wanting to see Sebastian are quite different and have nothing to do with your horoscope.
That's not true.
Carolyn, his name is Sebastian Shaw, and it always has been.
How do you know that?
I see no reason to believe anything else. In the first place, you heard him tell you he wasn't Jeb. In the second place, if he is Jeb, why wouldn't he admit it to you?
Because he may not know that himself.
What on earth does that mean?
Mother, soon after Jeb died, I had a dream. In it, I saw Jeb, and he told me that one day he would come back to me. He said I might not be able to understand it, that it would happen, and when it did, I would know it.
But that was just a dream.
And Sebastian's appearance in Collinsport is a wild coincidence. I just don't believe that.
I don't see how you have any choice but to believe it, because that's all it is, a wild coincidence. And obviously an unfortunate one. Carolyn, I must insist that you stay away from Sebastian.
Mother, are you forbidding me to see him?
No, I'm thinking what is best for you. Let's leave it at that.
I'd like to speak with Sebastian Shaw, please.
David, you've got to wake up. David, can't you hear me?
What happened?
The seance. Don't you remember?
Yes. We heard that voice.
It was your voice we heard.
How could it be? I wasn't speaking.
But we both heard it. There was something so frightening about it.
I know.
David, we're going downstairs right now. And we're going to tell your Aunt Elizabeth about this room and everything that's happened in it.
Hallie, you can't be serious about telling Aunt Elizabeth.
I am, David, I am.
Don't you realize how much trouble we'll get into?
I don't care. This thing has gone too far.
Can't bring it to an end.
David, don't you understand? Whatever is happening up here, it's dangerous. We don't know what might happen to us if we don't tell someone. David, we've got to. We've got to get it under control.
Let us live. Let us live. Let us live. No, Hallie. We can't say anything to anybody.
David! Johnson said you wanted to see me.
Yes. I've been trying to figure out what happened last night.
I think that's impossible.
Why?
I don't know. I just think it's beyond our understanding.
Everything that's happened has a meaning. That woman from the room, the ship, the way it appeared in my room, and the clothes that we've both gotten. And then the seance. And that voice, my voice, coming from nowhere. Do you remember what it said?
Yes. Let us live.
Let us live. What does it mean? What?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Well, I've been thinking about what you said. About going to Aunt Elizabeth. I think that's what we have to do. I think it's time that Aunt Elizabeth knows everything that's happened.
Oh, David, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. Come on, we'll go downstairs now. She's in the drawing room. David?
Morning, Mother.
Good morning, darling.
What's in store for us today?
According to Sebastian, it's going to be uneventful.
No crises, no tensions.
No.
Good. Then, it should be a safe day for me to go into town and do some shopping.
I don't see why not.
If anyone calls, I should be back by late afternoon.
All right, Carol.
Aunt Elizabeth.
David. Callie, I didn't even hear you come in.
Can we speak to you for a moment, please?
Yes, of course. Something wrong?
Well,
Something terrible has happened that you should know about.
You tell me what it is.
David, you better tell her.
well, you see, it happened in the West Wing. We went up there, sort of exploring, and...
David, speak up. You were going to tell me something. You mentioned something about the West Wing.
Yes, that's right.
You know you're not supposed to go there.
Yes, I know. We had an accident there.
What kind of an accident?
Well, I was chasing Hallie through a room, and I knocked over a table that had a vase on it. It looked like it might be a family heirloom, so I thought I should tell you about it.
Are you sure that's all you wanted to tell me?
Isn't that enough?
Well, I suppose so. I appreciate your honesty, David. But nothing like this must ever happen again. Neither one of you to ever go to the West Wing. Is that understood?
Yes.
Very well. We'll consider the incident closed.
Thank you, Mrs. Stoddard.
I couldn't tell her. I was too scared.
I knew. So was I. As soon as I saw that.
How did it get down here? It was in my room. Both of us saw it.
Someone must have brought it here to the drawing room.
But who? You and I and Aunt Elizabeth were the only ones here.
I don't know. But it was someone that none of us could see.
Well, I'm going to take it out of here. I'm going to put it in the playroom and leave it there.
Mind if I ask you? Why do you want to get your horoscope done?
Must one have a specific reason?
Well, people are usually motivated by more than just a whim.
Oh, this is not just a whim. Like everyone else at Collinwood, I'm interested in the future.
I wonder if you really know the exact nature of my work.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not a prophet. I'm just a simple astrologer. I cannot shape the future as you would want it to be.
I'm not asking you to do that.
You see, I'm totally guided by the stars and the planets. And whatever they have in store for you, be it good or bad, cannot be changed.
Yes, I'm willing to accept that. Tell me, Mr. Shaw, where are you from?
New York City? What?
Just curious. How long have you been in Collinsport?
Just about 2 months.
Sounds as if you plan to stay.
Perhaps.
I'm curious as to why you chose this particular town.
No special reason, except that it borders the sea. I've always loved the sea.
So have I.
Yes, well, if we're going to do some work, I suggest I ask you a few questions. Please sit down.
You didn't tell her. You want me to live. You do want me to live.
I appreciate your giving me so much of your time, Mr. Shaw.
In my kind of work, one must not hurry along.
When will the horoscope be ready?
Well, it's difficult to tell. I never know whether charting the stars will be easy or difficult or how long it will take.
I can't think it would be difficult with me. I've always thought of myself as a very simple person.
Oh, well, with astrology is quite different. You see, you may not know how complex a person you really are.
Well, if you could give me some idea, I could make plans to stop by and pick it out.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. I'll be happy to take it right over to Collinwood.
I would rather come here. If you don't mind.
I see. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, go right ahead.
Is your mother aware of your coming here today?
It was mentioned in passing, yes.
And my guess is that she didn't approve of it. Am I correct?
What difference does it make whether she did or not?
It makes a difference to me. You see, I'd rather not be involved in the middle of any family quarrels.
Mr. Shaw, I am well over the age of consent. My mother and I have had disagreements before, and we're still quite close. We'll survive this disagreement, and so will you.
I see. I'll be happy to call you tomorrow, if possible.
I will look forward to hearing from you.
Mrs. Stoddard,
Hello, Hallie.
have you seen David?
I thought he was up in his room.
No, I looked there. I can't find him anywhere upstairs.
I do hope he hasn't decided to go exploring the West Wing again.
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. He felt terrible about what happened there.
Maybe we better go look for him.
Oh, no, I'll look for him. I'm sure I'll find him soon.
Oh, Dawn. How's your day?
Uneventful.
So it would seem. I thought you were going shopping.
I did. I guess I just wasn't in the right frame of mind for it. I didn't see a thing I liked all day long. I think I'll lie down for a while before dinner. Excuse me, Mother.
David, what's the matter with you? You know you're not supposed to be here. You gave your Aunt Elizabeth your word. And what are you doing in those clothes? David, this is no time to play games. Let's get out of here. David, are you coming or aren't you? All right. But don't say I didn't try. If you're going to stay here, you'll just have to pay the consequences. David, are you coming? All right, then.